In the morning, citizens. Welcome to today's news and guidance for Saturday, August 30th, 2025.
Coming at you live from, well, a passport office in Newark, believe it or not, in a banana costume. Let's look at today's items.
I'm Fidget to Fist, and I'm really excited to be your partner today as we navigate the fascinating currents of the day.
And I'm Mac Mater, ready to help connect some dots, maybe find some deeper meaning in these stories, and yeah, hopefully uncover a bit of wisdom too.
So this deep dive is all about giving you a sharp, informed snapshot of what's happening.
Right.
We're pulling insights from, well, a whole stack of different sources.
Yep.
You know, Hacker News for the tech side, NPR, Western networks for national stuff.
And even down to those really important local snippets from Newark.
Exactly. The mission is basically to get you well-informed quickly, but also deeply, covering everything from, say, tech outages to community stories.
And we're not just listing facts, right? We're trying to filter these events through the lens of daily Proverbs, which kind of encourages us all to think about the ethical side, the wisdom, or maybe the lack of it in what's going on, and how we engage with it all.
Okay, just a quick heads up. No sponsors for this particular deep dive.
Oh, shame.
But, you know, as Beeble always says, listen to Bitcoin podcasts and get your 40 HPW.
Gotta get that 40 HPW.
All right, let's unpack this. We should probably dive straight into the digital landscape first. It's buzzing, lots of innovation, but also, yeah, some pretty tricky business to watch out for.
Yeah, and what strikes me here again and again is how human ingenuity can just get twisted. You know, it makes you think of that proverb, a prudent man foresees evil and hides himself. But also the flip side, the warning that the heart of the wicked studies destruction. And we see that so clearly with this tampered chef info stealer.
Okay, tell us about that one.
So these threat actors, they're using Google ads. Pretty clever, actually, promoting fake PDF editors.
Oh, so you click thinking you're getting a useful tool.
Exactly. But instead, boom, malware delivery, designed purely to steal your sensitive info.
Wow. So it's like an old trick, the Trojan horse, but adapted for, you know, everyday software downloads. It's not just new sticky stuff, right?
No.
We also saw WhatsApp had to patch a zero-day exploit.
Critical one. Affecting iOS and macOS clients. And 0 day, for anyone listening, means it was being actively used before WhatsApp even knew.
That's scary. So the patch was super urgent then.
Absolutely. To stop unauthorized access, it really highlights this constant battle, this race between attackers and the folks trying to defend systems.
And the impact can spread, can it? Like that Salesloft breach?
Oh, yeah. That wasn't just their Salesforce system. It actually hit Google Workspace accounts, too.
Wow.
They use stolen OAuth tokens. Think of them like digital keys that let apps talk to each other without needing your password every time.
Gotcha.
So attackers got these tokens and used them to get into people's emails. It really shows how interconnected everything is. One weak link.
It opened a lot of doors.
Yeah.
Interconnected feels like the right word.
Yeah.
But it's a double-edged sword, especially with powerful new tech like AI. Because now we're seeing malware developers actually abusing Anthropic's Claude AI.
Right. To build ransomware.
Taking this incredibly advanced AI meant to help and create and weaponizing it for data extortion.
That's great.
What does that even say about, like, the ethics of building these things?
It throws up massive questions about the craftsmanship of technology, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Proverbs 8:30 talks about wisdom as a master craftsman working alongside creation. This is the polar opposite.
Yeah.
Knowledge used purely for destruction. And it's not just Claude. There's this experimental AI-powered ransomware called PromptLock.
PromptLock.
Yeah, it uses Lua scripts, often used for quick, lightweight automation to encrypt and steal data across different platforms, Windows, Mac OS, Linux.
So cross-platform. That makes it even more dangerous.
It's a clear sign that as our tools get smarter, the potential for misuse just scales right along with them.
And the scale of some vulnerabilities is just, well, it's pretty alarming. Like this Citrix flaw.
Oh, the RCE one, yeah. CVE 2025-7775. Over 28,000 devices vulnerable.
And RCE means remote code execution, right? Attackers can basically run their own code.
Potentially take full control. Remotely, often without needing any login details beforehand. And this one's already being actively exploited out there.
That's a huge attack surface.
It is. Really underlines why patching and just general vigilance are so critical. And, you know, it's not always just lone hackers or small groups.
No.
The U.S. Treasury just sanctioned people and companies tied to North Korean IT schemes.
Ah, so state-level actors.
Exactly. Exploiting American organizations. It shows how cybersecurity is tangled up with geopolitics now. Just reinforces that idea that treasures of wickedness profit nothing in the end. These actions have real consequences.
Okay, so lots of threats, but there are defenses and positive developments too, right? We're not just sitting ducks.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
On the defense side, Microsoft's latest Windows 11 update, KB5064-081, it added some useful things, like more accurate CPU usage reporting in Task Manager.
Which helps diagnose slowdowns and stuff. Yeah, helps users, helps developers figure things out. And Microsoft is also mandating multi-factor authentication MFA for all Azure management actions.
Starting next month. That's big.
Huge step. Makes it way harder for attackers to get in, even if they somehow steal a password.
And Google's doing something similar for Android apps.
They're rolling out developer verification. The idea is to block malware in apps people sideload, install from outside the official Play Store.
Right, which can be risky.
Very. So this is a key move to protect users who do that. It's about building those prudent defenses so the simple don't just pass on and get punished, as the proverb warns.
Okay, shifting gears slightly, but still in tech. Hacker News has been talking a lot about cognitive load.
Yeah, there's this GitHub discussion about it. Basically how much mental energy it takes to write code, understand code.
And how that impacts productivity and code quality.
Exactly. It's looking at the very human side of making software, which is fascinating.
And related to efficiency, I saw talk about using virtual machines for AI models. Right. The argument is that VMs can help manage these increasingly complex AI models better, improve performance, make deployment smoother. It's all about finding the right setup for these advanced tools.
And on the hardware side?
Condor's Cusco RISC-V core, they detailed the architecture at Hot Chips. This is important because RISC-V is open source hardware.
Meaning more people can use and adapt it.
Precisely. Pushes things forward, makes cutting-edge designs more accessible. We're also seeing evolution in AI attention mechanisms, making models more efficient. And people are sharing the challenges of deploying models like DeepSeek on massive GPU setups like 96 H100s.
Wow. That's serious computing power. There's also fun stuff happening, like that Adafruit Fruit Jam.
Oh yeah, the retro mini computer. Emulating a classic Mac on simple hardware captures that hobbyist spirit, which is great to see.
So human ingenuity is definitely firing on all cylinders. Which brings us to something completely different, but maybe even more profound. A scientific first.
This is where it gets really interesting, moving from code to, well, the very essence of life and ethics. These stories hit differently, don't they?
They really do.
They connect back to our triumphs, our struggles, that constant need for wisdom. Like the proverb says, righteousness delivers from death. That makes you think. Yeah. And this scientific first you mentioned.
The pig lung transplant.
And to a human xenotransplant. This is potentially revolutionary.
For people with end-stage lung disease, right?
Yeah.
The waiting lists for human organs are so long.
Exactly. This could be a massive breakthrough. But the ethical questions.
Oh, boy.
Using animal organs, the risk of new diseases, jumping species.
What it means for defining human life, how far we should intervene. It's this incredible hope balanced against immense responsibility.
Absolutely. A huge leap with so much to consider. Okay, let's pivot from that to some of the big national headlines. NPR's Top 10 includes some heavy hitters.
Yeah, starting with a major geopolitical development. Houthi rebels in Yemen are claiming an Israeli airstrike killed their prime minister in the capital. If that's confirmed.
Yeah.
That's a huge escalation.
Massive. In an already incredibly fragile region, the ripple effects could be significant.
And closer to home, just devastating news from Minneapolis.
A school shooting at Annunciation Church and School. 2 dead, 17 injured.
Horrific. Just a terrible reminder of how fragile community safety can be.
Yeah.
And the trauma. It just echoes. That proverb about the heart of the wicked studying destruction feels sadly relevant there.
It does. On the justice front, there's an update in the Tyre Nichols case. A new trial has been ordered for 3 former Memphis police officers.
A setback for the prosecution, then?
Seems so. It highlights just how complex and difficult seeking accountability can be, especially in these high-profile cases.
And speaking of legal challenges, a federal appeals court struck down some of Trump's tariffs.
The ruling was that the national emergency declarations used to justify them went too far.
So a check on executive power.
Essentially, yeah. Reinforcing those governmental checks and balances. It relates back to that idea of needing a just weight in how things are governed.
Okay, let's find something more inspiring. Like those Scottish brothers rowing across the Pacific.
Incredible story. Set a new world record. 139 days.
Wow. The physical endurance alone is staggering, but the mental strength, the teamwork, just amazing.
Truly. And another heartwarming story, blind students learning to garden.
Oh, I saw that. With help from master gardeners.
Yeah. Building confidence, independence, connecting with nature. It's a beautiful example of community support making a real difference. Wisdom in action, you could say.
Okay, let's bring it local now. Connecting back to your banana suit location, Newark, New Jersey.
Right. My current home base. So what's happening in Newark?
Well, first off, it's apparently a cool, breezy start to Labor Day weekend there.
Ah, nice weather is always good news.
And for local life, Newark's Ironbound section is keeping its outdoor dining program going. Seems popular.
Oh, yeah. The Ironbound is famous for its restaurants. That's great for businesses and just, community vibe.
And traditions are strong, too. The 28th annual Portugal Day by Solmar is returning.
Fantastic. Those cultural celebrations really bring people together.
Also, recognition for good work. Irvington Township is honoring Adon Schuler for his positive impact on local youth.
Important stuff. Recognizing those positive role models.
And on the support side, Mayor Baraka launched the Gateway to Hope program at Penn Station.
Okay, what's that about?
It's aimed at helping residents experiencing homelessness. A partnership with NJ Transit and the Newark Alliance. Seems like a really vital, compassionate initiative.
Definitely needed. Addressing a critical issue right there in a major transit hub.
But, it's not all positive. Like any city, Newark has its challenges. Several Essex County sheriff's officers face charges.
Yeah, accused of stealing during a drug raid in East Orange. That's a serious blow to public trust.
Directly hits that proverb again. Treasures of wickedness profit nothing. Integrity matters so much there.
Absolutely. And other sobering news. A grand jury decided against charges in a fatal shooting at a Woodbridge hotel. And tragically, a multi-vehicle crash killed a 21-year-old woman. Plus, Rahway police are investigating gunfire. It's just the tough realities mixed in with the good. Reminders of fragility, the need for safety, for justice.
So we've covered a lot. Cyber threats, AI misuse, amazing science, global conflicts, local triumphs, and tragedies. When you put it all together, what's the takeaway? Let's maybe revisit those proverbs for some guidance.
Good idea. We started with Proverbs 8.30, wisdom as that joyful master craftsman, and we've seen that craftsmanship, that ingenuity used for incredible good, right?
Like the xenotransplant or the gardening program.
Exactly, pushing boundaries, building confidence. But we also saw the dark side, the same ingenuity used to build ransomware. It forces you to ask about the purpose behind what we create. Is it constructive or destructive?
And that connects to the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. We see so much knowledge in tech, but if it lacks wisdom, lacks that ethical grounding.
You get vulnerabilities, you get abuse, and for us consuming news, it's a reminder to seek real knowledge, genuine understanding, not just headlines.
The idea of finding life through wisdom versus hating wisdom and loving death, that echoes through so many stories.
It really does. The rowers choosing perseverance and achieving something amazing versus, say, the tragic consequences of violence or corruption. Righteousness delivers from death, while those treasures of wickedness, like stolen goods or abused power, ultimately lead nowhere good.
And that call for a just weight, for fairness and balance, it applies to how we judge news reports too, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Are we looking critically, recognizing bias, seeking balance, or just accepting the first thing we read? Discernment is key.
And the warning about prudence? A prudent man foresees evil and hides himself.
That's almost a direct instruction for cybersecurity today, isn't it?
Be vigilant.
Yeah. Use MFA, patch your systems, be careful what you click. Don't be this simple person who ignores the warnings and pays the price. It's about proactive defense.
Okay, on that note, it's time for our clip of the day.
All right. And for today's highlight, we're going with that news item. Malware devs abuse Anthropic's Claude AI to build ransomware.
Yeah, we picked this one because it just perfectly captures that central theme we've been circling around today, right? It's a collision between incredible, rapid technological progress and the really deep ethical questions about how we use it.
Exactly.
You see the sheer power of human ingenuity building something like Claude AI, but then almost instantly you see how that same power can be twisted. Used for malice, for destruction. It puts that Proverbs 8.30 idea of ethical craftsmanship into sharp relief.
It really does. It's such a stark example of knowledge needing wisdom. Without that ethical guidance, that sense of responsibility, even the most amazing tools can become weapons. It makes you ask, seriously, what is our responsibility when we create something this powerful? Especially when the potential for harm is so widespread.
A critical question. So as we wrap up this deep dive, here's something for you to think about. In this age where our own ingenuity creates both wonders and weapons, how can you personally cultivate the wisdom you need? The wisdom to discern truth from noise, to act responsibly, and maybe, just maybe, to contribute something good through your own daily interactions with all this information and technology. That's all for today's deep dive.
Adios, humans.